Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, as usual, keeping you updated on all things. As always, many things happening even during the international break. And so we will talk about Harry Maguire, Man United, Olise, Llorente and much more. Let's jump into it together. Here we are guys, ready for these international break games, important games, World Cup playoffs, friendlies and all the rest, so we will keep you posted as usual. And remember the video on Rodri from late night, because Rodri dropped a big interview regarding Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr., so some messages to the market, and you can find the video here on the channel, my previous video here on the English channel. But when it's about interviews, when it's about quotes, today we have to register important words by Harry Maguire. Because Harry Maguire is not just an important player for Man United, Harry Maguire is also one of the leaders of the dressing room at Manchester United, former captain, but still with that kind of leadership really appreciated by all people at the club, by the managers, Amorim a few months ago, and now also Michael Carrick. So the feeling is always good around Harry Maguire. First of all, Harry Maguire has confirmed that talks are underway over a new contract and Man United want to keep him. So I can tell you guys, as I already told you last week, Maguire will sign a new contract at Manchester United very soon. It's almost done. 2027, one more season plus option until 2028. The salary is going to be different compared to the previous salary of Harry Maguire. Everything is being sorted with his agents, his camp, but Harry Maguire more than happy to stay, to continue at Manchester United. Same mission also with Kobbie Mainoo. So for sure Manchester United are doing an important work contract. But again, Harry Maguire is one of the leaders, and Harry Maguire says in an interview with The Standard that he expects a really big summer in terms of recruitment for Manchester United, sending a clear message. Harry Maguire is informed, obviously, because Harry Maguire, again, is not a normal basic player. He's someone who knows Man United very well, all the people at the club, in the dressing room is an important figure, so Harry Maguire is well informed. And what does it mean, important summer, big summer for Manchester United? Well, if Man United will be back in Champions League, and it looks really likely now, they're doing very well under Michael Carrick, for Man United it's going to be time, first of all, to save some money. Because Højlund is leaving, Rashford is leaving, I mean, still to be sorted with Barcelona, but that's the way. Then Sancho is leaving on a free, Casemiro is expected to leave on a free, and so these are all salaries that are obviously important for Man United to give up, and also, for example, in the case of Højlund, fresh money, in the case of Rashford, fresh money. So for Man United, money is going to be there, Champions League money is going to be there as well, and so it's going to be time to invest. So, for example, left winger, one or two midfielders, could be two. In the defense, Man United also will do something. Left back is a possibility, and let's see if they decide to do something else. So Man United will be very active on the market in the summer, and what Harry Maguire says is not just a random quote. He knows that Man United in the summer will be busy in several positions. That's the plan, that's the idea. Again, Champions League is important, but Man United are doing very well with Carrick in that direction, and so for sure it's going to be an important summer to follow, with several signings expected. Then, in terms of quotes, Uli Hoeneß, the honorary president at Bayern, he's not just an honorary president. He's a real influential figure at Bayern. Uli Hoeneß, in an interview with DPA, says that Bayern will not sell Michael Olise. So, confirming what I always told you here, links with Liverpool, links with more English clubs, but Michael Olise is not leaving Bayern in the summer. For Bayern, he is untouchable. Bayern didn't include any sort of release clause into the contract of Michael Olise. So it's Bayern deciding, and today Uli Hoeneß, even in public, says, forget about Olise, because even for 200 million euros, he said 200 million euros, we are not going to sell the player. We don't need money in the bank. We need players to have fun, to win titles. And Michael Olise is considered an absolutely crucial piece of the project. Then he was also replying to the Liverpool links, and he said Liverpool spent 500 million euros last summer on new signings, and they're having a bad season, so we don't want to contribute to Liverpool's success. So, strong message. Probably, let me say, Bayern are still not so happy with how, behind the scenes, Liverpool got Florian Wirtz when Bayern were negotiating to get him. That's the point on Olise, who is expected to stay at Bayern. Talking about important players, Marcos Llorente is out of contract in 2027 with Atlético Madrid. Marcos Llorente is in the short list of several clubs in England. I mean, several clubs appreciate him. He's a fantastic player, can play midfield, can play as a fullback. He's always available, top player. But for Marcos Llorente, the message in public, but also in private, to his agents is quite clear. He wants to continue at Atlético Madrid. Marcos Llorente loves Atlético Madrid, loves life in Madrid, is not so attracted by different opportunity. So despite some calls from the Premier League from England, Marcos Llorente is more than keen to extend the contract at Atlético Madrid. Put pen to paper, sign a new deal, play a few more years, and then he said, I'm probably gonna retire not after the 35 years old. He doesn't want to play until, I don't know, 38, 40, 41, 42. He wants to enjoy this final part of his career, and he wants to do that at Atlético Madrid. So there is a negotiation ongoing over new contract, but despite calls from England, the case of Marcos Llorente is the case of a player who is more than happy to stay in Spain, more than happy to stay at Atlético Madrid. Now it's a negotiation with the club. And then, guys, I want to close this video by mentioning also the future of Antonio Rüdiger. Because many of you keep asking me about Rüdiger, what's going to happen, what's next. For David Alaba, I expect him to leave Real Madrid, as I told you several times. For Tony Rüdiger, I told you it's still 50-50. It's a situation that will be resolved from now to the end of the season. It's 50-50 because on one side, several clubs, for example, also from Saudi in Europe as well, are trying to tempt Antonio Rüdiger on a free transfer, but every time when this moment of the season arrives, the second half of the season, crucial games, a Champions League big clash, not only Tony Rüdiger shows always how his mentality, his leadership, his impact on the dressing room, on young players, the performances, he's always fantastic. And so Real Madrid are still considering the possibility to keep Antonio Rüdiger at the club, to negotiate a new contract with Antonio Rüdiger. So there are conversations ongoing. Real Madrid, Rüdiger camp over new contract. Meanwhile, no final decision has been made yet because, okay, it's also a financial decision, a technical decision, so they need to discuss, they need to talk again and again before making a decision. So it's still a 50-50 situation, but Real Madrid remain in conversation with Tony Rüdiger. So Real Madrid could end up keeping Rüdiger at the club. It's going to be a decision on club side, on player side, in the next weeks, in the next months. In the case of Rüdiger, it's still open. In the case of David Alaba, I expect the Austrian defender to leave Real Madrid in the summer transfer window on a free transfer, try something new. There are some clubs already interested in David Alaba, and so we will follow the situation in the next weeks and months. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories from Harry Maguire, Manchester United, busy summer, Tony Rüdiger, stay at Real Madrid, try a new chapter, and then Michael Olise future, Marcos Llorente decision. Your point of view, guys. Hit in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Here, as always, with Fabrizio.